Oh, hi. This method of deconstructing a pour over will help you be much better at dialing in your coffee. It's called a salami brew, or I've heard rainbow brew. Whatever it is, it's basically taking your singular brew and breaking it into four steps. And this is because there are four general phases of extraction. In the beginning, you're going to extract more saltiness, sort of savory characteristics. Then you move to acidic, then there is sweet, and then there are bitter. And we need all of these elements to make a really complete, complex brew. But breaking each one of them into these isolated components will really help you understand that taste. And then, therefore, you can dial in your brew to push a little more concentration into certain phases. So, for this, you just need your dripper. You need four vessels. You need some ground coffee. I just ground up this Wilton Benitez Thermal Shock decaf because it's 4:15 p.m. I ground it a little bit more coarse because it is decaf, very soluble. And we're going to do 15 grams in to 240 out, and we're going to split that evenly into 60 milligrams, okay, or milliliters. So for my first one, got everything ready. I'm just going to use the mellow drip because I love it. So here's my first pour going all the way to 60, which is definitely bigger than I normally would go for a bloom of 15 grams, but this is just proving a point here. Going to let it drip out. We'll just go about 30 seconds for each one. And so the trick to doing this is you're going to make a quick little swap. Set that there. You're going to reset your scale back to 0 and start the whole process over again. And then you can combine them at the end however you want, but it's just a fun way to sort of understand the different phases of extraction. I'm gonna post a link, as I said, and the original video is in Bahasa, so it's a little hard to understand if you're an English speaker. But he does write in English, so it's not impossible. Okay. Great. Zero it out again. Another 60. Let's cut through this next part. It's pretty much the same thing. Switch. Reset. And last 60. Fast forward. So now we have the four components. We have the salty, acidic, sweet, and bitter. And I'm just going to go through them and taste them and talk about what I'm experiencing. Of course, I'm a little biased because I know what to expect, but let's go anyway. Oh, that's harsh. That's like it's almost herbal. Um, yeah, you get sort of it's like a stewy kind of herbal. Yeah, it's very salty as it dries up. It's a very drying sort of part of the brew. Mm. Not really in love with that. It brings nice intensity, but whew. Okay. Now on to acidity. Okay, that's nearly sour. Again, on its own, not super enjoyable, but it is kind of, I can see, yeah, in a diluted form, this might be acceptable brightness, but on its own, I mean, it's punchy. Woo. Okay, sweetness. Hopefully this is hopefully this is better. Mm. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot more gentle. Uh, yeah, it's more. This one in particular, it's getting more the malic character. Um, yeah, that's actually my favorite one so far. But it definitely, like, the mouthfeel is starting to decrease a little bit. Okay, all right, last one, bitterness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just kind of sweetness is basically gone. It's a very lingering sort of. I feel a little bit more in the back of my palate. It's okay. All right. Well, of course, we have to do. I drank some of this already, so it's not equal proportions anymore. But I'm just gonna combine them here. Didn't make a whole lot, but a little swirly swirl. My favorite cup is this one. It's got some sentimental value. So let's try this out. Mm. Okay, that's what I basically make. It's got more complexity. The mouthfeel is really the first thing that I feel. It's just much nicer to drink. It's got brightness, but yeah, much more balanced. So, okay, as expected, right? The No shocker that we need these four generalized areas of the brew to make something delightful. But how can you practically use this? Well, if you are dialing in a coffee and you think, okay, I like the sweetness, but I want more acidity. Well, you can probably, instead of having four even pulses, maybe you have slightly smaller first and second, and or first and third, and you compensate with a bigger second one if you want more acidity. Or if you, I don't know why, if you want more bitterness, and you push the last pour more in this direction. This is assuming a four pour structure. If you have a three pour structure, depending on how your proportions are, you're probably going to end up more either with sort of heavier concentration in the acidic sweet camp, or the sweet bitter camp. So play around with it, sort of think about it as a continuum, sort of shift your biggest concentration up or down depending on how you like it. There's really no right or wrong way, but this for me was incredibly helpful in understanding um, what's really going on. What are we really extracting at different phases of the extraction? And hope it helps you too. Follow along for more tips.